Hey there, Malco Jojo here. Wow, here we are, another video. Um, and I haven't gotten much feedback. I've gotten a little feedback. Overall, people are digging these. I'm trying to keep them short, sweet, and to the point. This one, I'm talking about stain prevention and kind of dull maintenance real quick. Again, I'm trying to keep these 11 minutes or so. And I'm already up to 28 seconds, so I'm gonna dive right in. All right, so first off, stains suck because these figures are expensive. And when you have nice pearly white skin like Cindy here, and it gets stained, it just tends to look like a bruise and it's not fun for anybody. So there's a couple of different things that I used to look for. I was like, oh, well, this isn't that dark a black or whatever. And what I found is that a lot of this stuff stains. A lot of these clothes stain. So it's not worth it to me anymore after having to deal with stains to have to deal with it anymore. So if I could prevent it from happening, fantastic. So here's the drill. Any kind of clothing that's dark like this, even though it looks like it's going to be fine, little diaphanous stuff like this where it's very thin and lovely, you got to wash it first before you put it on your. You could be super excited. Oh, I've waited for this thing to come in for a month or whatever. I'm so excited to see it on my figure. Before you do it, wash it. So you're going to want to just a little soap, a little even like a dish soap or a liquid clothing soap in a little thing of water. Take that, put it in there, scrunch it up, wash. But don't stop there. Washing it won't necessarily get all the color out. So after you wash it, or while you're washing it, in some cases, if in this particular case of the vinegar, put a bunch of vinegar in there. My friend Aurora said that vinegar really helps with the locking the flavor in, locking the color into the fabric. So toss that vinegar in there, get it really vinegary, and soak that sucker in the vinegar, and that'll help set the color. And don't worry, it will not smell like vinegar forever. That vinegar smell goes away. But that'll help lock it down. You can also, I'm out of the product I'm talking about, but this RIT, they do fabric dyes and the like. They have a fabric, a color fast kind of deal. So this RIT, R-I-T, they have a product that comes in a bottle like this, and it helps seal the color in as well. So that's a good tip. Let that dry, and then you'll be better off than if you did not wash it first and did not put vinegar and or the RIT dye stuff on there. Tell you, it sucks because I had a lot of people sit there and go, they have a tight dress like this on, they're posing, and at the shoulder or the arm or whatever, all of a sudden now they have a big bruise-like stain on their figure, and they say, oh no, and then it's a pain. To get those stains off, wash with soap and water, gentle soap. And this is where I go back and forth. I've done this method myself. I've been also warned, don't do it, it'll wreck your doll. But baby oil, cover it with baby oil. And caveat, I've had other people say never do that because it breaks down the silicone. I've done it with several figures and it's worked out great. You cover it with baby oil. If you do get a stain, let it sit for a day, wash it again, get the baby oil off, and then you should see fading of that stain. Ideally, you could prevent the stain from occurring to begin with. That would be fantastic. That's the way to go. But if you do run into that, that's the way to stop it. The other thing is jeans. Jeans, they look super cool. They're really great. Kato here, he loves his jeans. But jeans will definitely, with the posing and stuff, you bend a leg or whatever, now you got some tension here. It's rubbing. So what you do with the jeans, excuse me, I'm sorry, you are not anatomically correct anyway, is a little, let's see if I can do this one-handed. Sorry, sir. Can't really see it, but oh, a little bit. Plastic wrap. You put a little plastic wrap on the figure, saran wrap. It's like the clear plastic wrap. Wrap all the area that's going to be covering by the jeans. Take your time, wrap the legs, wrap waist, all that kind of stuff. Then put the jeans on, and that plastic wrap will act like a barrier between the jeans and the silicone, and you'll be good to go. So yeah, those kind of things, worth the time to take to prevent the stains. Afterwards, as far as maintenance and washing, these things are great. They're super cool, super squishy, but over time they will pick up dust and or become sticky. When they are sticky, they're harder to put the clothes on. When they're hard to put the clothes on, it's easier to tear the silicone. So again, preventative tip, wash them when they get dirty. When you're taking photos, you can see, oh look, there's no gunk stuck to the leg or whatever, because I washed them. So you wash them, again, a little light soap. Don't submerge if you can avoid it. I've submerged these before for a dyeing project, and the water gets in between the silicone and the skeleton in there, and it can get pretty dicey and gross. So to prevent that, just, you hold the figure, hold it under the tap, a little soap on your hand, rub, rub, rub. You'll feel weird or excited doing that. And then rinse them off, rinse the soap off. Now the figure is clean, it's devoid of particles and dust and crap. Let that dry. Then what I do is get a little baby powder and a soft brush, put that in there and brush the baby powder that is now on all my black clothes onto the figure. And then that'll be nice and smooth, and it'll help with the help keep the silicone nice and treated so that it has less chance of rotting in the future. But this is the last thing I want to say at the 7-minute 43-second mark. These things are not gonna live forever. They just aren't. They're not made to live forever. I've seen a lot of people they'll pose them in a pose that is very dynamic and cool, and then they sit there and complain, oh, I looked at the elbow and the elbow's torn and everything else. It's like, yeah, they're not supposed to be kept in those poses forever. If you look at mine, I do a lot of museum poses. This one I just did a photo shoot with, so she hasn't been fixed yet. You can keep them like that for a little bit, but ideally you want to keep them in a more museum pose, the arms kind of straight out, not bent at an angle, and sorry about the glare. And that'll help prevent the silicone from getting stretched and ripping. A pose like this, see her arm there? This will be fine for a while, but at this elbow joint, excuse the framing there, that's going to eventually kind of wear out and rip. Pretty much guaranteed that that's going to happen. So avoid that when you can. But yeah, they're a finite toy. They're gonna wear out. I got a bunch of, what were they? Triad toys that were great. Let me walk you over there. See the mess. Angel here was a triad toy. And you can see her face there is kind of yellowish. The face was made out of the same material as the body, and the body was yellowed. And I had a couple of these triads. And when I bent the arm, this is not a triad body, this is a TB league. But when I bent the arm, the joint that was in there just snapped. It was like, it was done. It had lived as long as it was going to live. So I popped her head off and stuck her on a Bison body, and now she's happy. So just go, if you're going to go into it, if you're into it and you're liking it, that's fine. But just know that these are not going to last forever. So if you could do these prevention kind of methods in advance, keep them clean, keep them without getting stained, keep them washed and powdered, they're going to last longer than if you just leave them lying around with bent arms and stuff. So that is my tip for this week. And look at this. We're at 10 minutes and 32 seconds. Yay me. Again, like, subscribe. Let me know if there's anything you want to hear more about. Next, I'm going to talk about, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. Let me know what I'm going to talk about. What are you interested in? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks a lot, and I hope you're having a good day. Have fun playing.